Hey guys!
And welcome back to the Disney Village video. And this is part 2 of the video that we are making about Disney Village. Now, if you would like to see what our first part was all about, and well, I can tell you a bit about it. It's a little bit of history, we showed you some shops, and we gave some tips and tricks about Disney Village. So if you would like to see that video, you can click here in the screen and watch it before you're going to start and watch this one.
Yeah. As some of you might know, we also have a P.O Box, and it was a bit of a troublesome start. We got it finally fixed. There's an extra line of address added to the address of the P.O Box, and now our first packages are arriving. So thank you so much for sending stuff to us. Again, it's not necessary, but if you would like to, there's an address now.
And also guys, if you are sending us packages or postcards or whatever, we're not going to read or open the packages immediately. We are going to save them for a video about our mail.
Yeah.
So that's why you're not getting response of us immediately, because we are waiting for it for a special occasion. But without further ado, let's start this Disney Village video part 2. And in this video we're going to dive a little bit more into the history of Disney Village, but we're also going to show you every shop and restaurant you can find in Disney Village, and we're going to give our thoughts about those places. So stay tuned for that. Now let's go back to Disney Village and show you more historic facts. In a very short amount of time, a lot changed in Disney Village. The columns were removed and stores were added or replaced. An example of this is the current Starbucks. In 2009, the Buffalo Trading Company closed and is now the current Starbucks coffee house.
1 year later, the cinema opened up as well. The cinema blocked the original entrance of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, therefore they had to build a new entrance for Buffalo Bill.
Ever since we've been to Disney Village together, we always wondered why the Buffalo Bill Wild West show has such a strange entrance, because it is tucked away.
Yeah, it's a bit quirky. You got World of Disney, you got the cinema, and then you got Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, and then Planet Hollywood, and it's somewhere weird in the middle of it. So it's not that obvious that there is a show.
Now another fun thing that we discovered recently actually, is that when you are drinking your coffee in Starbucks, it smells weird. It smells like horse
manure.
Why is that smell there? Why does it smell so bad? We don't understand.
We recently discovered that the stables of the Buffalo Bill Wild West show are on the backside of the Starbucks. It used to be an entrance or exit at Starbucks, so yeah, it's not hermetically sealed off for funny smells.
If you have been here in Disneyland Paris in the recent years, you might think, well, what is this big building doing here? It's not doing anything. Well, in the early days of Disney Village, it was a club, a nightclub, a discotheque. Sadly now it's closed. It was themed like, Key Largo, the Caribbean a little bit. The stairway in front of this building was the entrance to the nightclub. We don't know what the building is used for now. I think it's empty and not in use, but we'll see what the future brings for this building.
And this is the part where we're gonna mention all the shops, restaurants and bars in Disney Village, and we're gonna mention them all, be it short, but a full list. First restaurant when you enter Disney Village from the hotel side is the Earl of Sandwich.
We're here at the Earl of Sandwich, and it's one of the places that we really like to go to for, breakfast or dinner and coffee. So, what can you get here? Well, sandwiches of course, because it's the Earl of Sandwich. But you also can get wraps, which are served cold. And you can get your coffee, your sodas, your beers. And in the morning you can get your breakfast.
The Earl of Sandwich is really a good place to remember. On the other side of the street is a Cafe Mickey. And this is a restaurant with character, so it's character dining. Now you have to make a reservation in order to eat there. Also, it is quite expensive, but it's also pretty convenient because it's halfway between the hotels and the park. So if you are planning on doing character dining in the morning, it's easy because you are already on your way to the park. We have never eaten there because it's really a family thing, so we always felt a bit awkward to eat there. And so we never done it, but we heard some pretty good stories about it.
Crossing the street again, next to the Earl of Sandwich, you can find the Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe is a restaurant chain. You can eat at the Rainforest Cafe not only in Disney Village, but there are several places throughout the world actually where they are. This one is themed as if you were in a rainforest. So once in a while, big thunderstorms will appear, animals will all move, and for little kids it can be quite scary. It's mostly pretty fun to sit there and enjoy the rainforest come to life once in a while.
And they've got a nice aquarium as well.
Yes, big aquarium.
Yeah, it goes all the way over the top at the entrance.
And there is also a shop. So if you'd like to buy a souvenir from the Rainforest Cafe, you can buy it there as well. There are no Disney related things, only Rainforest Cafe souvenirs.
Yep.
Furthermore, on that side of Disney Village, you will also find World of Toys. Now, in our previous video about Disney Village, we already showed you some things of World of Toys. As you could see then, I was pretty mesmerized by the Aladdin merchandise. So yeah, they sell some pretty awesome things over there, and it's mostly
princesses.
Yes, princess.
Next shop on our list, the Lego store. What makes this store so special? Well, they have the other sets that the regular high street stores don't have. So the Millennium Falcon, bigger Technic sets, specialty sets that are only available through the Lego website, or in this case the Lego store itself. All in all, a nice store to visit.
And then next to the Lego store is Disney Fashion. You've seen us going to that store several times. You saw us buying the Spirit jersey over there. I bought Mickey earrings in that store. They have also a big section with vintage clothing, vintage Disney clothing in particular. Yeah, what I like about the store is that they have the more exclusive merchandise. Some of them you cannot find anywhere else in the park. It's fun to have all the clothing together, and yeah, it makes you want to buy everything.
It's the part where in Disney Village where we split up. I go to the Lego store and she goes to...
It's true. And then in somewhere in the middle we will meet again and show all our items that we would like to have.
And it's easy because the shops are connected.
Yes, they are connected. You don't have to go outside, you can just go through the store. It's really nice. Then on the other side of the street from Disney Fashion is the Steakhouse restaurant. Okay, so let's be honest. This restaurant doesn't look very attractive on the outside, but appearances are deceiving. The Steakhouse restaurant is supposed to look like this because it is themed after the Prohibition. Around the 1930s, restaurants and bars in America, especially where alcohol was consumed, were banned and closed. Therefore, people started to open speakeasies. These were bars and restaurants located in unsuspicious buildings, such as warehouses. The Steakhouse restaurant may not look much from the outside, but on the inside, however... This restaurant is themed in an old-fashioned Chicago style. And that's the reason why we really would like to eat there someday. They also have some vegetarian stuff. They also have fish, so it's not only steak or whatever, but it is expensive. This is something for us for a special occasion.
But on the plus side, if you walk past the steakhouse, you can go to McDonald's. The Golden Arches, the Big M, yes! So there's something there in Disney Village for every budget. Funny thing is, the menu is slightly different. The specialty burgers that we have over here in the Netherlands, they don't sell them in France.
Many people are just passing by McDonald's. They don't have a clue that there's a McDonald's over there. What is important to know is that you have to walk between
the steakhouse and Rainforest.
Yes, and there's the McDonald's.
Yeah. The next shop on our list is the Disney Gallery next to Disney Fashion, and we made a whole video about this store as well, and the link is up here in the corner.
On the other side of the street, there you have the smelly Starbucks of Disney Village. Well, you know Starbucks, they are famous for their coffee and also tea and snacks. And if you would like to have a complimentary smelly environment as well, then this is the place for you.
So what goes great with coffee? Donuts. And you can get great Disney donuts at New York style sandwiches. Yeah, that's it, sandwiches. They're most famous for their sandwiches and pizza, but you also can get a donut, a couple of beers. The last time that we were there, we had a very nice pizza. The pizza that we didn't recognize of Disney pizza a couple of years earlier. Yeah, good stuff.
Next to Starbucks and across from New York style sandwiches is the Billy Bob's Saloon. And it's not just a saloon, you can also eat there. There's a buffet restaurant as well. And Elisa over at Disney Village would like to tell you something about that.
Yes, and here at Billy Bob's you have two options. You can go into the saloon, you'll take the right door. You can also go to the buffet restaurant, then you have to take the left door. So it's the same entrance, to be real honest, but you have two options.
So all in all, a Billy Bob Saloon could be a nice place for you to enjoy some dancing, something to eat, or just something to drink and a relaxing evening.
And we're zig and zagging our way through Disney Village because we're crossing the street again. And next to New York style sandwiches, we find the sports bar.
A sports bar is a great place to have a drink. We are told that a lot of cast members are also having a drink over there. There are a lot of sports memorabilia as well.
Yeah.
Did I say that correctly? Memorabilia, yeah. And so there's a lot of sports stuff hanging on the wall, shirts, photographs, signatures.
And they got a very big screen, so for the important games throughout Europe or the world in soccer or other sports events, they show it on a big jumbotron. If you really need to see a game whilst you're in Disneyland Paris, there's always a good chance to enjoy it with a couple of beers.
And from the sports bar we're heading over to the other side of the street to King Ludwigs Castle. And this restaurant is themed to King Ludwigs, and that's the owner of Schloss Neuschwanstein, which is the castle that they say Cinderella Castle is
Based on?
Yeah. Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty Castle?
I think Cinderella.
Well, one of the two. We had dinner there several times. One of those times was during Christmas season and it was beautifully decorated. We highly recommend eating there during the Christmas season. There were animatronics from huskies that were in the snow. Everything was very nicely decorated with Christmas lights.
And the building itself especially lends itself for the Christmas theming because it's a whole Bavarian style, lots of wood. Warm, cozy throughout the year, but especially during Christmas with, like Elise said, with all the Christmas decorations, top notch. So, to change it up a bit, we're staying on the same side of the road and we're going to Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, we also had dinner at Planet Hollywood once or twice, I don't remember the second time, but I remember our first time there, also with a lot of memorabilia on the wall from famous movies and movie stars. But while we were eating, somebody came up to our table and asking to if he could make our picture, which was just a way to sell a picture. I thought that was a fun touch about Planet Hollywood. It really gives you that paparazzi kind of experience.
Food is really American style, burgers, steaks, stuff. Some fish dishes and
very easy and
very easy,
very real comfort food.
Yeah.
Now, if you leave Planet Hollywood, you will leave through the shop of Planet Hollywood, which is there to sell merchandise of Planet Hollywood. So not from Disney, it's just Planet Hollywood stuff.
When you leave the gift shop of Planet Hollywood, you cross the street and you get into the Disney store. Last time we were there, we had a little bit of trouble with a BB-8 toy that didn't want to play fetch with Elise.
But besides that, We really like that store, don't we? We always go into that store.
Yeah, I got a very large selection of plush toys, from small Mickey and Minnie's to the big ones. The big Stitch plush toy is over there as well. There.
The glittery floor is over there. They also have a huge selection of Star Wars merchandise and also a huge selection of kids clothing, also for babies and toddlers. There's something for everybody.
Next restaurant is Annette's Diner, and it's named after one of the original Mouseketeers of the Mickey Mouse Club. At Annette's Diner they have a very impeccable Impossible Burger. Well, officially it's not an Impossible Burger as a vegetarian Impossible Burger, but it's really, really good.
We hear a lot of great stories of people who tried the meat dishes, but also the desserts are great. Well, that being said, actually the milkshakes are great, so you should definitely try those. It is a bit more expensive, but the food is good and you will get a lot. So the Impossible Burger, that's the one that we most of the time share, because otherwise it's just too much for us.
Too much, yeah.
Annette's Diner is a 50s inspired restaurant, so also the benches and all the accessories are from the 50s or inspired by the 50s.
And they've got a very nice service, as the waiters, some of the waiters can roller skate down the aisle with your food, and wow, that's a show in itself.
And then we are almost at the front of Disney Village, and that's where Buffalo Bill's Wild West show is. We started our video with it, so we don't really need to say a lot about it anymore. Now you know where it is, and it's might be a fun experience for you to go and visit this show.
Last shop on our list of things you can do in Disney Village is the World of Disney. And well, it's a big store with lots and lots of Disney merchandise. It's a staple on your trip to Disneyland Paris. You cannot miss it when you leave the parks and walk into Disney Village. It's the first shop you see, with two giant statues of Mickey and Minnie. And we made a video about those statues and where they come from as well. You can find the link up here.
Now, in between Buffalo Bill's Wild West show and the World of Disney is where the cinema is located. Unfortunately, they don't have any English films anymore. They used to have. They had English films running, but they stopped doing it. It's too bad. We always wanted to go and see a film there, but now it doesn't make any sense because we don't understand French that well, so it will be a waste. Well, with that being said, we are at the end of Disney Village, or at the beginning, depending on where you start. But anyway, there's more. It doesn't end there.
There are two more restaurants in the Disney Village area. Unfortunately, you have to leave the security, so you walk outside of the security check, and there you can find two restaurants, Vapiano and Five Guys. Vapiano is an Italian restaurant. We ate there several times. Good quality food.
Vapiano and Five Guys are both chains, so they're not exclusive for Disney Village. Like Sven said, Vapiano is an Italian-orientated restaurant, and Five Guys is burgers and fries. From friends we heard some very positive stories about Five Guys, and we love Vapiano, so those are two restaurants to consider when you want to eat something in Disney Village.
Yeah.
So these were all the shops and restaurants you can find in Disney Village. Let's not forget about the separate booths that are everywhere in Disney Village.
In these booths you can find freshly pressed juice, smoothies, or sweets, candies, and depending on the season the things that you can buy there and get there are changed. So in the winter you also have roasted chestnuts and
soup
and
things like that. So let's get back to Disney Village and meet Sven and Elisa that are over there.
In the niche behind Sports Bar and Grill there's also an arcade, and you'll find the toilets over here. So let's have a look in the arcade. Arcade over here. You can buy coins just like in the hotels. There's a vending machine for the coins, so you can put in euros, or you can use your debit card. That looks interesting. How does this work? Oh, you sit in here. Nice. Ooh. Haven't got a clue what this is. Ooh. Luigi's Mansion. This is a skee ball game as well. Knock over some clowns. Mario Kart. And motorcycle games. So, got several things to do here. Oh, air hockey. Always makes a nice noise. Whack-a-mole. And then here we are outside at the Sports Bar and Grill. Did you like the tour of Disney Village? If so, please give this video a thumbs up to let us know, or leave a comment down below.
And maybe it's time to subscribe to our channel, don't you think? We hope that you like this video, and maybe next time
We'll see you in Main Street. Bye! You're still here. I can see that. Come on, guys. It's over. Go home. Go. But you know, nothing hidden. I want to go home. I'll go that way. Bye.